While Arnold, Franco, Dave Draper were training up to 5 hours a day, Casey was training less than 3 hours a week. About 20 years ago, I found myself in a situation similar to that experienced by many of the aspiring bodybuilders I now communicate with on a daily basis. I avidly read all the muscle magazines and had memorized the training routines, dietary regimens, and even the personal habits of all the top champs. Following their lead, I utilized the more is better principle, performing up to 30 sets per body part, training 3 hours a day, 6 days a week. After months of training in this fashion with no progress, my motivation waned so much, I began thinking seriously about ceasing my training efforts altogether. I reasoned that if training 3 hours a day wasn't sufficient to cause an increase in my muscle mass, then perhaps I would have to up my training to 4 hours a day. And it was difficult to justify spending even more time in the gym every day, as I was already tired from my 12-hour workdays in the Air Force and the 3-hour daily workouts. If developing a championship physique meant giving up all social life and spending 1/4 of my waking hours in some dank gymnasium, it just wasn't worth it. Agonizing over the prospect of forsaking my dream of ever being a champion bodybuilder, I was fortunate at that time to meet Casey Viator at the 1971 Mr. America contest in York, Pennsylvania. Not only was Casey the youngest man at 19 years of age to win the coveted title, he was also being favorably compared to Arnold, who was in York that day to check out the upstart. What made Casey even more interesting was the type of training he was doing. While Arnold, Franco, Dave Draper et al. were training up to 5 hours a day, Casey was training less than 3 hours a week.